If you can give a run through of the development projects happening in the north at the moment.
The most important aspect of the redevelopment of the north right now will be the demining process and ensuring that the resettlement and the immediate needs of the people are met. Towards that end, there is a lot of work that is being carried out, particularly to ensure that the resettlement is done fast, particularly to see that the demining is completed as quickly as possible, and then normal life for those people is restored. In order to do that, we have to ensure that the electricity connections are given, that the roads are done up, that the school buildings are redone, that the hospitals as well as the courthouses, police stations are put in place. So that work will now be completed in earnest. There are many people as well as Nation Building Ministry which are working on that in a planned manner, and I believe that over the next few months that work will go abreast with the work that is being done in the demining and the resettlement process. Once that is done, we have to ensure that there is a livelihood for the people, because once people go back to their own homes, they also need to be able to do and contribute to the economy. So we are having a loan scheme which will be driven through the central bank. His Excellency the President will announce it and launch it shortly. By doing that, we will encourage people to start animal husbandry projects, small and medium scale projects, retail trade, then agricultural projects, as well as fisheries. So all those will give a livelihood to people. So not only will it revitalize the economy of those areas, it will also bring a semblance of normality, which will ensure that these people also have a ability to contribute to the economy. So all those are steps that we feel are going to be very positive, and we think that with the focus that the task force that has been appointed by His Excellency the President, which is chaired by Mr. Honorable Basil Rajapaksa, will ensure that these projects are all driven fast so that the benefits will be there for everyone to see in a short period of time.
How does the government and the central bank intend on raising the funds necessary for these programs, supposing the IMF fund doesn't come through?
Of course, the IMF loan was never designed to do development activities. As I said, the IMF funding will come only as far as the balance of payment support is concerned. Now that risk is also receding to some extent, because there are foreign funds which are flowing into the country as a result of the war ending, and as much as about $200 million has come in the past few days since the ending of the war, which is a very positive sign. At the same time, funds for rehabilitation as well as resettlement, demining and the reconstruction will have to come in different ways. There will be budget support that will have to be given. So since there is going to be a shift of the expenditure from the war-related expenditure, there will be a natural saving there, which to some extent could be utilized towards the reconstruction and the resettlement part. And at the same time, we are envisaging a lot of funds to come from outside as well. Many countries have pledged their support towards various development programs of the north. The east is a good example. Over the past 1.5 years, you would have seen that in the east alone, about 106 billion rupees has been invested, not only by the government, but by the private sector, by certain donors, by certain private sector individuals. So all this is a collective effort of rebuilding. We believe a similar exercise would take place, even at a higher pace in the north as well, and all those funds put together will have the impact of generating the normalcy that we are yearning for in the north.
Accepting financial assistance from overseas and other countries, there are a lot of restrictions and possible interference from those governments that come along. So in terms of dealing with that, what is your plan, and are you willing to accept some of those conditions?
The President has made it very clear that if money is coming for any project with strings attached, that we don't need it. There has been a very clear indication given to the country and to the world that aid with strings will not be accepted, because what is needed is the proper goodwill. So if it is coming with an ulterior motive for something else, I don't think we as a country would want to accept it on those conditions. Neither should we do it anyway. So the policy of this government has been very clear, and we all subscribe to that policy. That is, that if money is coming to the country with ulterior motives, we'd rather not take it. There has been pressure that has been brought upon by various sources to the government for various other activities as well. But all those have been resisted, and the whole country knows about that. So in this episode also, there are many countries who have come in and assisted us without any strings attached. There are others who may have attempted to give various assistance with strings, and those have been told very clearly and politely, thank you, but no thank you. So the message is that yes, we welcome support, but if you truly believe that this country needs that support, please come in and do it. But if you have any other agenda or any other ulterior motive, that is not going to be a factor to encourage the government of Sri Lanka to accept a loan of that nature. So that has been made very clear. We will continue with that policy and program, and I think it will in the long term be in the best interest of this country.